Hey, what's up everybody? This is Mark. I'm here doing my review slash demo of my TV60 crate amp that I recently bought used from Guitar Center. I wanted to do a video for this amp because I have never seen any other videos on YouTube that had any information on this model at all. So considering the quality of this amp, I thought that was a surprise. So I thought it was a bad time I did one. Little background before I get to the demo. It is my understanding that this model was manufactured between the mid to late 1990s by Crate. And again, it is 60 watts all tube, and it's a pretty simple setup. You have two channels, the clean channel, and you have the dirty channel, overdrive, and you have the presence, and you have the reverb. The reverb on this model doesn't seem to be working too well. I'm not sure if it was intended to be that deep. I just don't seem to get a lot of depth off it. But if it's really important to you, you can, of course, add your own outboard effect on that. It is my understanding that this model, when it was manufactured, was intended to be kind of a budget version of a PV5150 or a Soldano. That's the vibe I get. If anyone has any more details or information on that, I'm happy to get any feedback on that. But that's the understanding I have about this model. So on the back, I don't want to turn around because I have my camera set up a certain way. But on the back, again, you have the basic setup. You have your line out, you have your effects loop, and you have your foot switch. I also did receive the foot switch of this one. I bought it used. The foot switch does work, but again, the way I have my camera angle, it's kind of awkward to have it set up like that, but it does work. So I'm just going to start out now with a clean tone from my Les Paul style guitar, and you can see what the amp sounds like. Sorry if the guitar is a little out of tune, I apologize for that. Okay, so that is the clean channel. I will describe the clean channel on this amp as adequate. It is certainly never going to be confused with a vintage Fender, but for the type of amp that this is and for the price range that it is certainly adequate, if not more than adequate. Again, the only thing that it seems to be lacking on this model is the reverb itself. I'm not sure if I just got a lemon on the reverb switch or if it was supposed to work better, but the reverb doesn't seem to have much depth. But the tone itself is, on the clean channel, certainly adequate. Okay, so now we're going to turn to the overdrive channel, and for that I got to turn the level down because remember, this is 60 watts all tube power. So no shortage of power on this baby. I have it turned it down to give you an idea of the overdrive tone. So let's turn it over to that now. Okay, so that is the overdrive channel. I'm just goofing around again on my Les Paul style guitar. Now, because there is so much power in this amp, what I'm going to do now is I have a volume box attenuator. I'm going to hook that up to my effects loop, and of course that will create a poor man's power soak effect. So then I'll be able to turn the volume up a little more and get some more of a power soak effect, which soaks the tubes a little more without blowing my windows out because the amp is so powerful. So just give me a sec, we'll do that. Okay, so that's a quick demo of the tone you get from the overdrive. Now, to be clear, I was not exactly sure what kind of overdrive tone I would get when I bought this amp, but I have other crates, and I really like the tone of those amps, so I decided to take a chance. Now, if you are looking for a screaming Marshall Plexi tone, this is not your amp. When I went down to Guitar Center to pick this up, there was another guy nearby wailing on one of the new Fender EVHs. That amp is a Marshall Plexi on steroids. That amp screams the overdrive. The overdrive on this amp does not scream so much as it sings. It's on the other end of the spectrum. Very warm, very glassy, very smooth, kind of Soldano-ish. So again, if that's what you're looking for, I actually prefer that type of overdrive. So just be aware that, you know, if you go out and look for this amp, that's the kind of sound you're going to get, as opposed to a real screaming, raunchy Marshall Plexi type tone. I got this amp for a total of a very reasonable price for an all-tube amp. I got about $3 and change, which for an all-tube amp of this quality I think is a tremendous value. You can find them in that price range at used guitar stores or on eBay. And I would definitely recommend making the investment for, again, the quality that you're getting with this product, with this model. Any questions, comments, please feel free to contact me. That about wraps it up. All right? Peace out, and Semper Fortis.